Our area's most beautiful properties deserve the finest realtors. Meeks Realty Group. We focus on buying and selling residential and commercial properties throughout the tri-state area. Contact Meeks Realty Group online at meeks.us or call 304-440-1101.
The views and opinions expressed on this program do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of 580 WCHS, its employees, or WVRC Media. From the studios of WVRC Media, the country, the United States of America, the state, West Virginia, the city, Charleston. This is the Dave Allen Show on 580 Live. And your host.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
He's kind of a big deal.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum.
Dave Allen.
Hey folks, good Friday morning to you from the Par-Mar Store studio. Welcome to the show. Ryan Nicholson is our producer today. Bigly, Piggly, Wiggly hotline 304-345-5858. Fruit Pharmacy text 304-935-5008. Dave Allen Show on 580 Live comes to you from the Par-Mar Store studio. If there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon. Par-Mar invites you to join us. Actually, wants to thank everybody, I should say, for coming out to Buffalo Wild Wings across the lanes last night for Wally and Wimpy's night out there. Now, here's what I want you to join us for. Our sister station here in the building, 96.1 KWS, will be broadcasting live from the Scary Creek location of Par-Mar, which is just off the St. Albans exit. That was a store that was open but had to be closed because someone tried to, unfortunately, make it into a drive-through. But it is reopened now, and next Thursday, our man Rob Reel from our sister station, Superstar Country KWS, is going to be broadcasting live from there starting at noon with your chance to win free Tim McGraw concert tickets. So stop by and check it out. If there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon. Of a Dave Allen Show on 580 Live, brought to you by Thornhill Auto Group, including Thornhill Toyota. The Toyota National Sales Event continues. Come check out the new Camry, Corolla, the all-new Crown, or the 2024 RAV4 or Highlander Gas, where qualified buyers can get 3.99% APR for up to 60 months there. See Thornhill for all the details. Visit them on the Thornhill Motor Mile, US 119 in Chapmanville, or online ThornhillToyotaWV.com. Thornhill and Toyota. Let's go places. Coming up a little bit later on the show, Kanawha County Commissioner Ben Salango is going to be stopping by. Now, yesterday I had Commissioner Lance Wheeler on the show, and they had this public meeting last night about the distribution of the opioid funds here in Kanawha County. So we got the preview from Commissioner Wheeler, who's the commissioner president, and a review from Commissioner Salango coming up on the show a little bit later on. Plus, Jason Quintrell is going to join us from Union Mission. They have got a big thing going on during the month of May, and I'm going to talk to Jason and also Lisa Pack about that coming up a little bit later on. But right now, I want to welcome to the show our good friend Hannah Gardner from the Kanawha Charles Humane Association with this week's Adopt Me Please Pet of the Week. Hannah, good morning. How are you?
I am great. How are you?
Happy spring. Since you and I have talked, it is now officially spring.
Yes, and I'm happy because I'm ready for summer.
Yeah, well, we've had some much cooler temperatures this week and snow earlier this week, but it looks like we're going to warm up and finally get some springtime weather in here. All right, so let's get right to our pet of the week. It's Hazel. Hazel is her name. As always, picture posted at Dave Allen Radio on Facebook and on X, the artist formerly known as Twitter. Hannah, tell us all about Hazel.
All right, so Hazel. She is a female. She is spayed already. She's around a year old, and I always say that we go by their gums and their teeth, so it's a roundabout. They could be a little less. They could be a little more, but she is around 1 year old. She is microchipped, and she is vaccinated. She has been adopted before, but the reasonings are pretty much just everyone's saying that she likes to be outside, that she wants to be outside. She's tried to escape someone's yard before, so she can be a bit of an escape artist. She is a smart girl, so she would really benefit from someone who likes to be outdoors as well, someone who would be willing to take her on some hikes or some walks or maybe to some dog parks or something like that, something to keep her busy, keep her active. Yeah. So she would benefit from something like that. But she's very playful with other dogs. She prefers playful dogs. She is kid-friendly from what we have witnessed. Of course, in any home with any dog, even if we've noticed them to be the sweetest with the kids. we always still advise caution, never leave them alone in a room. You wouldn't bring a stranger in and just leave them with your kid,
Sure.
So it's kind of the same with a dog. But then she walks like a dream on a leash. She's very, very well on the leash. And she's a social butterfly overall. She's just very, very sweet. She just likes to be outdoors. So she just would benefit from somebody who would want to do that as well.
And you said she's around 23 pounds. Any indication that she'll have how big she may get?
I think she might fill out a little bit more. I don't necessarily think she'll get much bigger. But being that she is a year old, she could grow slightly, but probably not much, where she does look like she's got some smaller breeds maybe in her. But she's very, very sweet, and she's probably going to be around 25, 28 pounds maybe once she's like fully filled out and comfortable in a home and everything. So she's a good sized dog, good family dog too. She just needs a good home.
Well, she's a beautiful dog. And, again, if you want to see her picture, you can go over to my social media pages and check out the picture. Beautiful, beautiful dog. But like you said, it's going to take somebody that's a little bit special to give her the attention that she needs, but also an outdoors type person, because obviously she was like Springsteen. She was born to run. But let me just say this, and this is what we call a Davitorial on the show. This is where I, kind of give my opinions on things. If you're going to get Hazel and you're going to chain her up, do not get her. I'll just go ahead and say that right now, because that's not a life for a dog. If your only option, as much as we want to get Hazel adopted, if your only option is to keep her tied up or chained up, then please leave her there. That's me speaking. That's not Hannah speaking, just so you know. But Dave Allen Show on 580 Live is brought to you part by Bridge Valley. If you're interested in improving your company's IT workforce, you may want to know Bridge Valley offers custom-tailored IT training to bridge the skills gap. At Bridge Valley, you can train for little or no cost with a 50-50 salary match, plus they can also supply skilled graduates and apprenticeships for your company. Visit bridgevalley.edu/apprenticeships for more information. All right, I was checking out your social media pages, Hannah. Always a lot of things going on, but it looks like you're doing some hiring at the shelter. What exactly are you looking for?
Yeah, so we are doing hiring. I believe it is for adoption counselor, and then as well as someone for our animal care team. And that could be a wide range of being with the cats, being with the dogs, deep cleaning kennels, a bunch of stuff like just animal care, like you're just caring for the animals. And then the adoptions is going to be something that helps like support, educate people for what all we know about the animals, kind of like how I come on here and tell you all about the animals. You kind of do the same thing as an adoption counselor. And then you all adopt them out, of course. But we are hiring, I believe, 3 to 4 new staff.
Wow.
So definitely, if you're interested, come on up and fill out an application.
And that's the process. They just come and see you in person and fill out the application and whatnot there, right?
Yes, but I believe we started a new thing. I haven't quite yet looked at it myself, but there should be a spot to join our team on our website as well.
Okay.
So you can fill out that online.
All right, very good. And do you need any kind of experience for either one of those jobs?
It's always really good to have experience with dogs and cats. It's very good to already know a little bit about them, but I don't necessarily think that they need much experience.
Just a love of animals would be about the only experience that you need is what you're saying, right?
Yes. And dedication.
And willing to work odd hours and willing to, it's amazing. I mean, to me, what you folks do up there and all of our shelters like yours around the country to be able to do what it is you do. I mean, it's just, it's amazing to me. Now, you're always in need of donations of stuff. And I mentioned this last week, if you're doing some spring cleaning and you're planning on getting rid of towels or blankets or anything like that, those items are always in need at the shelter, Hannah.
Yes, yep. We definitely always need donations. Really, all donations are needed. Of course, we always need the blankets and towels. I'll say that every time because we always need those. We are needing some laundry detergent as well as some food for the dogs, I believe. I think that's the things that I heard in the meeting that we had. So I'm not sure of anything else, but we do have a list of a couple things that we need on our wish, or not a couple, but we have a wish list of things on our website that you can definitely go through. We have a Amazon wish list as well as a tree wish list that you can go through. You can either pick things up and bring them to the shelter or just have them delivered. So there's definitely different options if you aren't close.
Yeah, and I say this a lot on the show, Hannah. It's if people want to help out. I mean, they say, well, I could never go there because I'd want to take all of them home, and that's probably where I am on that as well. But there's other ways that you can help out the animals without having to adopt them all and help them find a home. And it's the donations. And again, it's so easy. You get the Amazon wish list. You can go to your local grocery store or whatever, your local dollar store or whatever, and pick up some items and drop them off. I mean, as you said, detergent, towels, sheets, all that stuff is always needed up there. Finally, the planning is continuing, Hannah, for Tuxes and Tails. It's coming up here, not in the very distant future, over at Capital Market. This is your big black tie affair that you do, your big fundraiser of the year. And I know there's information, some at least, available on your social media pages and also on your website. Tuxes and Tails is always a big deal, Hannah.
Yeah, we love Tuxes and Tails. It's definitely coming up soon. It's May 4th. I believe it's at 5 p.m. this year. So if you are interested, you can go to our Facebook page, and we have a link that takes you to the Tuxes and Tails page. And we also have the link that takes you to the tickets and everything. So definitely go check that out. It'll be so worth it. It's very fun, and you get to dress up, or you can even just wear your Sunday best. Whatever you want to do. All right, Hannah, as always, it's a pleasure to talk to you, and we will talk to you again next week. Thanks a lot. Thank you. Hannah Gardner again from the Kanawha Charleston Humane Association. Hazel is our dog this week. Hazel is 1 year old. She is already spayed, vaccinated, microchipped, all the stuff. Very, very sweet girl. Loves to be around playful dogs. The only knock seems to be on Hazel is that she is an escape artist, is the way that Hannah put it. And she was adopted before. They had a hard time kind of keeping her around the home place. So if you've got enough yard and you've got the time, that she doesn't want to really necessarily be left alone. She likes to hang out with you. So if you've got the opportunity to do that, I know that they would love to talk to you about Hazel. She's around 23 pounds, seems to love to be around other dogs. So there's your dog right there. And again, if you want to see Hazel's picture, just go over to my Facebook page. It's Dave Allen Radio on Facebook, or you can go to my Twitter or X page and take a look at Hazel. Let me see what we got here. Okay, I got a text here. It says, actually I saw this. City of Charleston is hiring an animal control officer. And somebody sent me, they texted me here the picture about that. And I actually saw that the other day. I think I may have shared it from the City of Charleston's Facebook page. They're looking for a part-time animal control officer. If you'd like more information about that, and again, all that information is available on the City of Charleston social media and also on probably on their website as well. Phone calls to the Dave Allen Show, service of Biggly Piggly Wiggly. When shopping at your Biggly Piggly Wiggly, be sure to join their loyalty program. You can save big at the gas pumps and throughout the store with their electronic coupons and free gifts on Fridays just for stopping by. From farm to table, Biggly Piggly Wiggly, the best kept secret in Charleston. Texting services provided by Fruth Pharmacy, your hometown family pharmacy. And the Biggly Piggly Wiggly hotline is 304-345-5858. Fruth Pharmacy text 304-935-5008. Going to take a break. We're back after this from the Parmar Store studio on the Voice of Charleston, WCHS.
Are you a physical therapy assistant and looking for an opportunity in orthopedics, wellness, and athletic care? If so, Generations Physical Therapy is offering flexible work hours and an upbeat atmosphere. With 7 convenient locations, Generations may have a job designed for you. Visit generationspt.com.
Hi, I'm David McCormick, owner of Omega Commercial Interiors. We'd like to thank you, West Virginia, for making us the #1 office furniture and commercial interiors company in West Virginia. Remember, when you're looking for quality office furniture and space planning for healthcare, corporate offices, or even a private office, call us and buy local. Omega Commercial Interiors. We're a proud West Virginia company. Visit us online at omegacommercialinteriors.com in Morgantown and Charleston.
Hey, it's Dave Allen for Parmar Stores. The Parmar location just off the St. Albans exit of I-64 at Scary Creek has now reopened, and we want you to join us to celebrate on Thursday the 28th. Parmar's teamed up with Superstar Country 96.1 KWS to give away free Tim McGraw tickets. Join Rob Reel from KWS broadcasting live starting at noon on the 28th for your chance to win. Come see the newly reopened store and maybe win free Tim McGraw tickets, no purchase necessary, from Superstar Country KWS and Parmar stores. If there's not a Parmar store near you now, there will be soon.
Buckle up. Adventure will never be the same on the Thornhill Motor Mile. Ready, set, go. Hey, it's Sydney inviting you to the new Thornhill Toyota for our amazing deals during the Toyota National Sales Event. Just imagine you in a new 2024 Toyota Camry, Corolla, or all-new Crown. Or step up with a Toyota SUV like a new 2024 RAV4 or Highlander Gas, where you can enjoy 3.99% financing for 60 months. So many possibilities. Ready, set, go to the new Thornhill Toyota on the Thornhill Motor Mile, US 119 in Chapmanville. Click or come by ThornhillToyotaWV.com and let's go places. Must qualify for all offers through Toyota Financial expires April 1st, 2024. Shop Thornhill to get yours.
.923 in the heart of West Virginia, there exists a profound force that goes beyond the realm of sports, transcending limitations and fostering a sense of belonging. Special Olympics, it's a remarkable initiative showcased in the latest episode of West Virginia Enriched in collaboration with Huntington, stands as a testament to the power of determination, unity, and unwavering support. See a video highlighting the Special Olympics, facebook.com/580WCHS. Bigly Piggly Wiggly hotline 304-345-5858. Fruit Pharmacy text 304-935-5008. The Dave Allen Show at 580 Live, brought to you part by Husson's Pizza. Get an 18-inch pepperoni pizza and a pizza bowl, only $22.99 this month. Find your nearest Husson's at hussonspizza.com for delivery, pickup, or dine in. Ryan Nicholson is our producer today. County Commissioner Ben Salango covered up a little bit later on in the show. Jason Quintrell, President and CEO of Union Mission, joins us. Jason, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
So the last time you were on the show, and I bet you didn't even know that I noticed this, but you were on a couple of months ago, and someone, perhaps me, snapped a picture of you, Jason, behind the microphone, and you changed it on your Facebook to your profile picture.
I did.
So is this a way for you to tell me you want my job? Because there's days you can have it, okay?
Dave, I'm telling you, there's no way. I do have a face for radio.
I've never heard that before.
I bet you haven't. But there's no way that I want your job.
Okay.
There's no way.
Just asking, because I noticed that. I was like, he changed his profile picture to a picture of him behind the microphone.
Man, that's great PR for me, though. You gotta realize.
All right. We got somebody in the studio with us. Lisa Pack is with us with Women on a Mission. Lisa, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Good morning. Happy to be here.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to definitely move into that microphone. You're kind of you're not like Jason and I. You're there. You go.
I'm not experienced in this.
Well, no, you're just not a loudmouth like Jason and I are. That's what it is. So Lisa, welcome to the show. What exactly is Women on a Mission?
Women on a Mission is a luncheon that we have to benefit the Union Mission, but it honors women who consistently serve our community in a diverse group of ways. This year we have 5 women that we're honoring.
Okay, and how long has this whole thing been going on?
We started in 2016
okay.
And for 4 years, but then had to stop because of COVID in 2020 and are just getting started back.
And so how are the women chosen for this?
Well, we have a committee and we get names. That's probably the hardest part of this because there's so many women in Charleston in our area that deserve this honor.
And what is the criteria?
But it's based upon their service.
It's like the community service type thing?
Yes, community service, yes.
So there's like a process where people can like your committee just kind of weighs in. You sit down. I can see this happening. Everybody's sitting around a table with a legal pad saying, "Well, he or she did this and she did that or whatever."
Yes, that's exactly how it happens. Yes.
Okay, and so you honor how many again?
5.
Now, do we already know who they are?
We do. Yes.
Okay, are you at liberty to discuss that now?
I am at liberty to discuss that.
All right.
Yes.
All right.
Would you
Jason? But Jason, you can go home. By the way.
Yeah, I'll see you guys later.
Yeah, Lisa and I are bonding over here. Okay, so who are the women we're honoring this year?
Okay, I'll just tell you a little bit about each one of them.
There you go.
Teresa Brown is an amazing woman who is the volunteer director of the 2nd Avenue Center on the west side, where the children go to from Mary C. Snow Elementary School after school. They serve meals, help with homework. Teresa does so many things there. She's wonderful. She's like a second mom to these kids.
Okay.
Marjorie Cook does a huge variety of different things. She's been very active with the Youth Symphony, garden clubs in our area, the Y, Craig Patton House. She's involved in a ton of different things in our city.
I know Marjorie very well. Yes. She's actually been on the show several times.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. And works with Advantage Valley right now.
That's I've had her on with Advantage Valley. She's a fantastic person.
Yeah, Marjorie's great. Donna Lucas is very involved in foster care in our area through Bible Center Church. She runs the foster closet, and she has been a foster mom to 36 children over the years.
Okay.
So she's great. Ellen Schlotnick is very active with B'nai Jacob, the Girl Scouts, and Ronald McDonald House in the Y. She's very, very active in our community. And Angie Settle, I'm sure you know Angie.
Yep, Angie's also been on the show.
Yes, who is the CEO of West Virginia Health Right. And Angie just goes above and beyond.
Okay, now when is the actual event?
It is May 7th.
Okay.
From noon to 1:30 at the Charleston Marriott.
At the Marriott, okay.
Yes.
And tickets are available?
They are at wefeedpeople.com.
Yes.
And tickets are $75. We do have sponsorships available that run from $5,000 to $250.
And you are still looking for sponsors.
Yes, we are.
That's one of the reasons you probably wonder, why are we having this on so early? Well, that's the reason, because we want to appeal to our business leaders or any other groups that would like to get involved with sponsorship. So if I decide to, if not me, if Ryan, my producer, decides to sponsor this, what exactly do you get for your sponsorship?
Well, it depends on what level you get.
Okay, sure, yeah.
But, of course, our highest level is $5,000. We'll promote you from our website. We'll promote you from the stage. You'll have a full-page ad in the program. We go down to table sponsors who will list you in the program, and there's levels in between where we'll list your logo. We really, really appreciate sponsors because we want them to join us in promoting the union mission as well as these ladies.
All right, let's go. Now, Jason, I am going to make some airtime for you, just so you know.
You don't have to.
Let me bring you in to talk about union mission and your involvement in all this.
Sure. So union mission for 113 years has been about the community and serving the community. So it fits, recognizing women that go over and above for our community. It just fits. It goes hand in hand to recognize these ladies and what they're doing. It's a great luncheon. It's a great, it's a great networking opportunity with a lot of people. It's a great opportunity to really see some new faces maybe that you haven't heard of before. I think the food's great. It's at the
Charleston Marriott.
Yes. And so this is one of my favorite events every year, just for the simple fact of it's based on nothing but service for our people.
That's good.
Yeah.
The Dave Allen Show on 580 Live is brought to you in part by Fresh Air. They'll change those heating and cooling unit air filters for you in your home, your retail establishment, your restaurant, your church, whatever, and they could build custom filters for you. They offer 24-hour emergency service, too. Visit freshairfilters.us. That's freshairfilters.us, or call 304-440-1104 for Fresh Air, because everyone deserves fresh air. All right, so talk about Union Mission. Talk about some of the other things you got going on, Jason.
Well, our recoveries are doing really, really well. I'm very excited about our recoveries. So some of the data I'm kind of a data geek when it comes to the mission, and so Dave, the 12 to 15th month long recovery, those that stay the 12 and 15 months and graduate, right now we are at 80% success rate of 5 years. That's amazing.
It is. I mean, it's unheard of in that business. I know a little bit about it, and that's unheard of.
It goes hand in hand with what's going on with our behavioral health center. It goes hand in hand. We are a faith-based organization, so we provide Bible classes and understanding who Christ is, but we don't stop there. We want a holistic approach here in recovery. We deal with mind, body, and spirit, so we start working on the body with our wellness center, good nutrition. We start working on the mind with our behavioral health center, and we start working on the spirit in our classes, and it's pretty cool to see where these people end up after 12, 15 months, and then even after.
Now, so how do people end up in your program, Jason? Are these people that have just come in and said, "Look, I've had enough of this lifestyle. Or their families get involved? I mean, how exactly does one end up in the program?
Yes, and yes. Actually, it's where someone gets really, you hear rock bottom, and somebody's got to realize that, hey, enough is enough. I'm going to either die or I'm going to end up in prison, and so it's time to make a change. They have to reach that point before they want recovery. You can't just make somebody go through recovery. So we take about 40% of our clients out of the criminal justice system, and we take about 60% of referrals from family members and the community.
I want to talk about that relationship with the criminal justice system, because we are in election mode season right now, and I've had a lot of candidates that have come on the show running for judge and running for magistrates and things of that nature, and they all say, regardless of what their stance on anything else is they all point to the drug issue, and they all point to mental health issues, and they all go kind of kind of hand in hand. What is your relationship with Union Mission like with the judicial system here in the Kanawha Valley?
It's good. It's really good. I mean, it has. I'll be honest and a little transparent. It always hasn't been that way. But in the past 5-7 years, we have done a really good job bridging some gaps, starting to operate on a very high level, professional level, especially with our behavioral health center. And people are recognizing that and recognizing the work that we are doing in the community and recovery. And we're building really good relationships within the criminal justice system with POs, with judges. My recovery director she spends all of her time doing that. I don't really get involved in that too much.
Right.
But,
Yeah.
Networking has been very high on the priority list the past 4 or 5 years. So we're making those necessary relationships and getting those people within recovery and off the streets.
Are we making any headway in this thing? I mean, overall. I mean, I know that's a very difficult question, Jason, but are we finally getting somewhere?
Dave, 80% relapse rate in the country. Yeah. You got to face the facts.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to continue to fight, but I can't look at you and say that we are absolutely on top of this and knocking the ball out of the park.
Yeah, I mean, it's like anything else, and I have no training in this sort of thing whatsoever. It's just what I've witnessed is you got to want it. And sometimes people that enter these programs may not necessarily have reached that, as you said, that rock bottom, Jason.
Absolutely.
They may not actually be there yet, or maybe they're there just trying to keep themselves out of the criminal justice system or whatever. They may not be there for 100% for the right reasons.
I see that all the time, and we have
it's
guys
human
come
nature,
in, it's a lot easier to be in our recovery than in prison, right?
Yeah.
But I've also seen that happen with the same person 3 and 4 and 5 times, and then finally they get to the point where I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
I can't live this. And so now we're able to see them successful because they've finally made that conscious decision that enough's enough.
I have told this story on the air many, many times. I have a good friend from my hometown. He and I grew up together, went to high school together. He was a year behind me in school. The good kid in the neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
When on Saturday nights, as a teenager, when we were out, the rest of the guys were out doing what we're not supposed to do and trying to get beer and all this other stuff as high school kids do.
I never did that.
He was. I'm going to keep going now. He was the one that was always. Now we don't need to do that.
Yeah.
We don't need to do. And he was probably right.
Yeah.
But after high school, he's the one that got what was then at the time the pill problem because he was injured.
Yeah.
Was prescribed Vicodin, something like that, and it began a road for him that was well over 25 years or so into 20. Last time I talked to him, and thankfully he's doing well now. There's like 20 to 25 different treatment centers across the country, going out of the country, going in the country. The tough love kind of thing, the country club kind of thing. He did it all.
Right.
He went through 20 to 25 of them, and he's finally at age 52 doing well, clean. And I say all that to say this is, for some folks, it is a long, long road.
It is, man. It really is. And I mean, when I first got with Union Mission, I didn't have a good understanding of what people went through in recovery. I would get very upset. Why don't you just stop?
Yeah.
Why don't you just get out of it? I mean, stop stealing. Stop putting a needle in your arm. But man, it didn't take long till I figured out, man, it's a process of sometimes they're doing that just to not be sick, be dope sick.
Mm-hmm.
And so that drive, and it was also explained to me that if I hold my breath long enough and that desire for my body to get air is the same desire or more, that they got to have that dopamine fix.
Mm-hmm. And that's what leads to going back to the criminal justice system. That's what leads to your lawnmowers getting stolen, and that's what leads to all this sort of stuff. But Dave Allen Show on 580 Live, brought to you part by General Hardware of Winfield and Milton and General Lumber of Winfield. Whether you're getting your home ready for the warm weather months, or you've got a project that you're working on, deal locally. Deal with these local folks over here. General Hardware, General Lumber. Visit generalhardwarewv.com. Lisa, let's go back to you and let's talk about the luncheon again. It's in the month of May. What was the date again?
May 7th.
May 7th over at the Marriott, and tickets are available on the website. Again, hit that for us again.
It's wefeedpeople.com.
Real easy. And we spent some time here talking about this luncheon, and Jason and I kind of went off on a tangent talking about the recovery aspect. But Union Mission does so many different things.
Correct. From preschool to homelessness to recovery to feeding thousands. Yeah, it's quite a broad stroke. Yeah.
All right. And this luncheon, again, is going to be in the month of May over at the Marriott. Want to urge everybody to go. And I know I got a lot of business people listening to this show. They need your help. They need your sponsorship.
Yes.
So, again, give the information if somebody, if you're a business owner, business manager, church, individual, whatever that wants to get involved to help out with this, give us the contact information again, Lisa.
Yes, you can sponsor online at wefeedpeople.com, and sponsorships are available from $250 to $5,000, and we encourage everyone to join us.
All right, and you're honoring 5 very, very special ladies with this. Is there a place online, like do you have a social media or something where people, like maybe on your Facebook page or something, where people can go to learn more about it?
Yes, absolutely. Yes, we've been having weekly posts and we're going to share a little bit more about the ladies as it gets closer.
All right. Well, we'll have you back on before it gets closer.
Okay,
How's that? Try to sell some tickets. Jason, I appreciate you being here. Lisa, very nice to meet you. And I know your husband very well, Larry Pack, so a big shout out to Mr. Pack as well. All right.
Thank you.
All right, the Dave Allen Show on 580 Live, presented in part by Brightway Insurance, the Mays Agency of Tays Valley, locally owned and operated by an Air Force veteran and a former teacher. When it comes to insurance, they are everything you've been looking for. Brightway offers expertise from real local agents, not a 1-800 number, actual local number. 304-814-2509 for John or Sherry Mays or Brightway, the Mays Agency of Tays Valley. We're going to take a break. County Commissioner Ben Salango coming up next from the Par-Mar Store studio on the Voice of Charleston, WCHS.
Brought to you by the Eric J. Tarr Family Businesses. Eric J. Tarr Family Businesses care for your family.
Thrive with 5 at the best community bank in the Kanawha Valley, Poca Valley Bank. Poca Valley Bank is now offering a certificate of deposit special, 10-month APY, annual percentage yield 5%. Take advantage of this great rate to grow your savings. For more information, stop by a Poca Valley Bank location today or call 844-782-2651. Poca Valley Bank, where relationships matter. Certain terms and conditions apply. Rates based on minimum annual percentage yield. Subject to change without notice. Minimum deposit required of $10,000 of new money not currently on deposit with Poca Valley Bank to receive APY. Member FDIC.
For too long, liberal activist judges have been in power. All while we're losing jobs, criminals go free, and the drug problem gets worse. It's time for a fresh face in the courthouse.
I'm Ashley Deem, a lifelong Republican running in the nonpartisan race for Kanawha County Circuit Judge. Born and raised in Kanawha County, I understand the challenges our families face.
Ashley Deem is a conservative who will be tough on crime and apply the law fairly. Vote for Ashley Deem for Circuit Judge. Paid for by the committee to elect Ashley Deem for judge.
WVU and Marshall are in the NCAA Women's Basketball Tournament. The Thundering Herd square off against Virginia Tech in Blacksburg Friday, and the Mountaineers take on Princeton in Iowa City Saturday. We'll recap the Marshall game and get you set for WVU and Princeton during our NCAA Tournament Basketball Show, Saturday morning starting at 11 a.m. on Metro News and on the Metro News TV app. Plus, you can revisit the West Virginia High School Basketball Championships. They're also available on the Metro News TV app. Now you can watch the voice of West Virginia.
It is 20 minutes away from 10. You know, the West Virginia women's basketball team gearing up for March Madness, and we're getting them ready. Join Metro News for a special WVU Women's Basketball NCAA Tournament preview show tomorrow morning at 11. Not only previewing the Mountaineer game against Princeton, but a review of the Marshall Virginia Tech game, which is this afternoon. Both women's teams are in the NCAA Tournament. Catch the show tomorrow morning at 11 on the air and on the all-new Metro News TV app. And as a side note, if you'd like to go back and watch all the Boys State Tournament Championship games, you can do that. Again, download that new Metro News TV app. Metro News is the voice of West Virginia. Biggly Piggly Wiggly hotline 304-345-5858. Fruit Pharmacy text 304-935-5008. Jason and Lisa had to leave us, but they had a text here on their way out the door, but I did get an answer for you. The texter said, are the folks in the program allowed to attend the church that they want to? Yes, they are. I asked Jason that just before he left. Yes, they are. He said it wasn't always that way with this program, that they had to attend a certain church, but now they're free to go to any church they want to, according to Jason, actually. Hey, Ben Salango's here. Hey, man.
Hey, thanks for having me on.
Mr. Commish. Good morning. Happy Friday.
Good morning. Yes. Happy Friday.
You an NCAA tournament guy?
This is the first year that I have not filled out a bracket.
Yeah.
It just kind of snuck up on me, and but I did watch the game last night. The UK, who was it that beat UK? Oakland.
Yeah.
That was a great game.
Yeah, and I am not a huge basketball fan, to be honest with you, and I did not fill out a bracket. But I know, and I got a lot of fans, especially being from the part of the world that I'm originally from, that are UK fans. Any jobs available for Coach Calipari right now in Kanawha County? Anything that you got a slot for him over at the
I'm
courthouse?
sure we could find something. We could probably get him over at the Shawnee teaching some basketball.
Well, I don't know. After
maybe not.
I'll tell you, there's a friend of mine, and I'll say this and move on. There's a friend of mine on social media who lives in Kentucky, and she posted this morning. She said, "Happy Friday to everybody except Coach Calipari."
Oh, poor guy.
So he's had a rough day.
Yeah, that was an incredible game, though.
So yesterday evening, a public meeting, Commissioner, was held to discuss and to get input about the opioid settlement money coming to Kanawha County, something like $7 million or so. I had Commissioner Wheeler, the president of the commission, on yesterday to talk about, so I thought I'd have you on as he did the preview, you do the review. Yeah. How was the turnout last night, and what did the commissioners learn?
So we had a good turnout. We had, what we're doing now, on April 1, we're going to launch an online application, very similar to what we did with the ARP funding. Mm-hmm. And so preference will be given to those programs that are already established. I mean, we have $7 million that's going to come in over 10 years. So that's not going to be a lot of money when you look at, the devastation that the opioids has caused, particularly here in Kanawha County. And so we're going to have an online application process. You go in, you submit the application, you kind of indicate what the money is going to be used for. There is a $250,000 cap that we're going to impose because everybody's going to come in and want all $7 million, right? We don't have the $7 million yet. We've got around $2.9 million. So that's what we're doing. We're going to go ahead and open up the online application. Everything that is submitted, much like our ARP money, will be vetted. We'll have an accountant look at it. We'll have a lawyer, Caleb David, look at it to make sure that it is within the guidelines that were established by the What's in Your First Foundation. And we'll start making sure that money gets out to the public to put it to use.
And those applications will be available online. So if I fill out an application with something for an organization I'm involved with or whatever, other people can see that, right?
Everybody, much like the ARP. I mean, we received some ARP applications that, and we posted on there that it's going to be public, but I'm not sure people understood that it was going to be public.
Yeah.
And so but that's the way this is going to be.
It is public.
It is public. If you submit it, it's going to be available for review. And then every vote that we take, there's not going to be any executive sessions, no backroom meetings. Everything that we do, every dollar that we spend is going to be done in a public meeting so that people know exactly where that money's going.
The Dave Allen Show on 580 Live is brought to you in part by Pinnacle Consultants, the only accredited commercial lab in the state for asbestos and mold. Asbestos was banned in some building products, but not banned for all products in the U.S. Don't expose your family or workers to asbestos, mold, or lead paint. Get with Pinnacle Consultants. They offer real estate environmental assessments for hazardous materials and air quality. Visit pinnaclecorp.net because what you don't know can hurt you. And as we explained yesterday with Commission President Wheeler, Ben, this money has to go for something to do with opioids, be it education, be it a resource officer, facility, something like that. So this money unfortunately, we cannot use it to pave your alley.
Right. Yeah, that's important. I mean, it's not an infrastructure grant. It's not money that we receive. Kind of like the ARP, we could use it for infrastructure, tourism, water projects. It was a little broader, I think, than this money. This really has to go to abate or somehow help with the opioid or drug crisis. And so that's what it'll be used for. And we've got to make sure, because, look, if we screwed that up, we got to pay it back.
Yeah.
Last thing you want to do is hand out money and then end up having to pay it back. That would not be good.
That sounds familiar. Sounds vaguely familiar. Text says, can Little Leagues apply for the money?
You can apply. I'd be shocked if you get it.
Yeah. Well, let's just be honest about it. Yeah, because unless could you somehow skew that to,
I'd be shocked. I think that would be a stretch.
Call them the Just Say No to Drugs Tigers or something like that. Call your team that.
Probably not. I think they'd probably see through that. I think it really has to go for substance abuse help. We've got other pockets of money for little leagues that are in trouble. And we get a lot of those requests. I mean, we helped out the Little League up in Campbell's Creek last night. You know, they've been flooded and their concession stand's been broken into. We've helped them a lot. And then last night they had a mower that was in the August of 2023 flood that they had been trying to use, and it sometimes worked and sometimes didn't work. So we were able to help them out with coal severance money to get them a new zero-turn mower so they can mow the fields.
You know, anytime that I ever have any of the 3 county commissioners on the show, I'll invariably get a text from somebody. You know, I don't know where the texts are coming from, but a text to somebody that thanks the county commission for what you've done on Campbell's Creek. And they always say the state didn't do anything following flooding, and I don't know whether it's true or not. That's just what they're saying.
That's not true. It's actually not true.
Okay. Well, I'm just reading what they say. But they always, whoever this person is, always wants to give praise to the Kanawha County Commissioner for what you folks did.
Well, we certainly appreciate that. We got to keep in mind, too, you know, the state helped a lot. Governor Justice actually came out and toured, and I don't remember if it was the August of 23 flood or the one before that. He came out and toured. We had the Department of Highways came out and really helped a lot. We had a lot of the businesses up there that helped. So Senator Manchin was on site after not the 23 flood, but the one before. And so we really had a good partnership with the state and federal delegation that came out and really pitched in to help. They just it's just the area's just been hit so hard with the decline of coal and with flooding and you name it, and it's happening. And we've tried to really direct the coal severance money in that direction, the Upper Kanawha Valley. And I think we're doing a lot better job now making sure that money goes back into the community that actually produced it.
But Commissioner, what can we do? It seems like every time that we have a weather emergency situation like that, and I know that Jeff Jenkins is very familiar with that area. He's from that area, and he gets out and he reports on it. It seems like it's always the same areas that we're always talking about. We're always talking about Campbell's Creek. We're always talking about Witcher Creek and all these different places. Right. What overall can we do? You know, I mean, I know you can't do anything about Mother Nature, but there's obviously some other issues.
Yeah. So let me point out, first of all, another issue that came up with the county commission last night was the SBA loans. The U.S. government's doing SBA loans that are interest-free for the first year. So it's for disaster relief. That deadline's April 1. So if you're looking for, I think it's 4% after the first year, in that range. So if you need help, if you've got a business that was flooded, if you have, I think it even works for homes. If you've got issues from the flood, there's actually a federal SBA loan that's interest-free for the first year that you can get to help remedy. Because, you know, a lot of people don't have insurance, and sometimes the insurance company just deny coverage for whatever reason. Mm-hmm. So, you know, make sure I want people to know that that's available. The deadline's coming up April 1. Now, back to the other issue. One of the things that we're doing up there, you know, when the creeks get clogged up, that produces a lot of flooding. So we've got countywide cleanups that are going on. We do those several times per year.
Mm-hmm. Some of those are going to be coming up here soon.
Yeah, coming up soon. We've got, you know, pulling tires out of creeks. We're making sure that we're trying to open those things up. We try to be as responsive as possible, you know, when we get significant rainfall, to try to help people out, you know, but ultimately that's been going on for many, many years. Yeah. And it's just it's the location. You know, we can try to do everything we possibly can, but that doesn't mean it's going to fix it.
All right. Text says, Commissioner Wheeler's take on the current water health of Paint Creek was much more optimistic than Commissioner Salango's. I wouldn't eat a fish out of there statement a couple of months back. Is it now cleaner? And would Commissioner Salango now eat a Paint Creek trout? Did you hear the show yesterday with Wheeler?
No.
Okay, well, let me go back. The text that was yesterday, and I read this, and Lance answered it. It said, can you check with Commissioner Wheeler about the state? Okay, we lost everything. Okay, we good now? All right. It said, Dave, can you check with Commissioner Wheeler about the status of the chemical spill in Paint Creek? Commissioner Salango said on your show recently that it was unsafe to eat fish there, yet the state has been stocking trout there since the fall. A lot of folks are eating them and don't know better. I asked Lance about that yesterday, and he said it's safe. So this follow-up text from the same person says, would you eat a fish? Would you eat a Paint Creek trout, Commissioner?
At first, I don't remember saying that the fish in Paint Creek were unsafe. I mean, I think if they're living there again, they're probably okay. So, yeah, I'd do it. In fact, I want to go catch one. I'll fillet it right there on the spot.
All right.
I mean, not sushi style. I'm going to cook it.
Okay. Promo, by the way, Ryan. There's some good stuff for future promo there.
Yeah.
All right. So text says, couldn't the money just be placed into an account to draw interest and let it increase, then use it to build a larger, more advanced recovery and education facility?
Well, there are certain guidelines on when you can use the money.
Yeah, there's times. There's time frames there.
You know, so with the Capital Sports Center, we actually put some of that money into a money market account that's getting around 5%. We've got other county money and money markets accounts that are getting, and Shawnee Foundation, we just put that money into a money market account. So yeah, that's a good idea. You just have to spend it by a certain time frame. You know, the ARP money, we had to have it committed by the end of 25 and spent, I think, by the end of 26. And but that money is earning interest. So we get a lot of money on interest. You know, on those when we get some of that federal money coming in. We're able to put that in money market that right now is pretty good. I mean, maybe not compared to what it was in the 70s and 80s, but it's pretty good right now.
Let me knock out a couple of quick texts, and we got to go to break and get you out of here. Text says, going back to a Little League text, the goal would be to use money for education when they ask about Little Leagues, like to use it for education.
Yeah, and how are you going to implement that? I mean, does the coach have to start every practice or every game talking about opioids to 6-year-old kids? I'm not sure that that's the best use of the money. I think we have other monies available for Little Leagues when they need help. I think this really needs to go out to those folks that are on the front lines fighting the opioid epidemic.
All right, final text and we'll go. Can we get the trash picked up along 60 on Route 60? Many of them use it for tourism. Can we get out there? After you're done fishing, can you go pick up some trash?
Yeah, I'll catch it. I just need to know where it is. So if they call the Kanawha County Commission and let us know where it is on Route 60, that's a pretty big stretch of land. Give us an idea of the problem. You know, I get those calls quite a bit, and we respond. I mean, I'll have somebody out there in 24 hours. You tell them where it is.
All right, there you go. At the eastern part of Kanawha County, it's like there's an ongoing conversation here. They said the eastern part of Kanawha. Call the county commission. Give the number again, Ben.
357-0100. I hope that's not my secretary's number.
Call that number, and it'll get you. He said.
Sorry, Jennifer.
He said within 24 hours. That's what he said.
I'll get somebody out there. Yeah.
All right, Commissioner. Overdue for a break. Got to go. Thanks as always for being here, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me on.
Back after this from the Parmar Store Studio on the Voice of Charleston, WCHS.
Brought to you by the Eric J. Tarr Family Businesses. Eric J. Tarr Family Businesses have been creating jobs in West Virginia since 1997.
Career politicians in Charleston and Washington are taxing our families too much. Let's vote for a Republican that will fight for us. Republican Dwayne Duncan, running for Kanawha County Commission, wants to cut taxes for all our families. Dwayne Duncan wants more jobs, lower taxes, and safer communities. Dwayne Duncan is a job creator and believes you should keep more of your hard-earned money. Let's vote for lower taxes and more jobs. Let's vote for Republican Dwayne Duncan for Kanawha County Commission.
Paid for by Dwayne Duncan for County Commission. Tori Takubo, Treasurer.
If we've learned anything from the headlines, it's that unexpected things happen too often. Those in charge say everything's fine. Stop noticing. But you know better, and your gut knows that time is short to prepare for what's around the corner next. My Patriot Supply has helped over 2 million families become more self-reliant and is the company Americans trust to prepare. Go to MyPatriotSupply.com and secure their best-selling 3-month emergency food kits. Each contains tasty breakfasts, lunches, and dinners, averaging over 2,000 calories per day. Get at least one food kit for each family member. For a limited time, save $200 plus get free shipping on all their Ready Hour 3-month emergency food kits. You're not ready if it's not Ready Hour foods. At My Patriot Supply, you can also get solar-powered generators, water filtration units, emergency medical supplies, and heirloom seeds. Shop MyPatriotSupply.com today. MyPatriotSupply.com.
I'm Rocky Moselle with StarRegistry.com. Since we were children, we've been told to reach for the stars. It was great advice. Now it's a great gift. Name a star after someone. For $54 and a call to 800-282-3333 or visit StarRegistry.com, we will name a star after someone very special to you and send an incredible personalized gift. The new star name will be recorded in book form in the U.S. Copyright Office. Call the Star Registry, 800-282-3333 or visit StarRegistry.com for the hottest gift.
The Dave Allen Show on 580 Live, brought to you by Live Healthy West Virginia, presented by WVU Medicine. Live Healthy tackles pressing health issues. It's a podcast offering insights into medical breakthroughs and preventative care, featuring WVU Medicine's expert physicians, aimed at fostering healthier lifestyles in and beyond the states. A valuable resource for all. Discover the latest episodes on WVMetronews.com. Under the podcast menu, start your journey towards better health today. Got some information here from the Kanawha County Commission. The number that Commissioner Salango mentioned, being Ben Salango, he gave the wrong number. Actually, it was a correct number, but it's a better number to call, according to the folks at the County Commission, 304-357-0101. So what this has reference to is somebody sent a text to Commissioner Salango asking about doing some cleanup on Route 60, the eastern part of Kanawha County. He gave out a number, not the best number to call. What he gave out, the correct number is, it was the right number, it's just not the best one to call. This one is the better one. 304-357-0101. The Dave Allen Show on 580 Live is brought to you part by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. So coming up on Monday's show, Crescent Gallagher from Americans for Prosperity will be stopping by. Also, we're going to have the Kanawha County Superintendent of Schools, Tom Williams, on the show. Lots in the news about budgets as it pertains to the Kanawha County Board of Education. And there's actually going to be a public meeting held in May. Of course, they announced they're going to be closing 5 elementary schools, and there's some staff positions being cut. And so I reached out to the board's office, and Superintendent Tom Williams is going to join us on the show to talk about that on Monday. Today on Hoppy, right after I'm done, Harvey Payton, attorney, is going to be on to discuss the legal issues with Jim Justice. Also, more on the NCAA tournament appearances by both WVU and Marshall women's basketball teams. And if you've been on social media and you looked around the state of West Virginia, several areas of the state are, just absolutely being devastated by wildfires, forest fires, if you will, as we speak. Places like Hardy County. I know down in my native homeland, down in Logan County, there's communities are homes being threatened and things of that nature. Several structures around the state have already been destroyed, homes and whatnot. So the Hobby's going to get into that coming up at 10:06. Well, I know Charleston is going to be rocking tonight with another big concert, REO Speedwagon at Rick Springfield at the Coliseum Convention Center. Look for our sister station, 98.7 The Mountain, down there tonight. All right, got to go. Thank you so much to Kanawha County Commissioner Ben Salango for stopping by. Also, Lisa Pack and Jason Quintrell from Union Mission, and Hannah Gardner with our Adopt Me Please Pet of the Week, Hazel from the Kanawha Charleston Humane Association. And if you want to see Hazel's picture, go to my Facebook or my X page and check it out. Hobby's coming up at 10:06 with Talk Line. Enjoy your weekend. Best of luck to the women's basketball teams of WVU and Marshall in the NCAA women's basketball tournament. Have yourself a great weekend. As I said, I will see you Monday. Till then, have fun and love somebody.
WCHS AM, 96.5 FM Charleston, and 104.5 Cross Lanes, a WVRC media station. We're proud to live here too.